Hey everybody, keep it going for Elena and her mom. My mom is 80 years old and I just took her to the doctor and turns out my mom has no signs of dementia or Alzheimer's. Thank you. It's kind of frustrating though. I know about Alzheimer's and dementia because my father died that way, and one thing I know is that it changes the patient's personality, you know? My father was very loving and kind and patient my whole life, and then in his disease he became impatient and kind of mean. And my mother has been a stone cold, judgmental buzzkill with no sense of humor my whole life. So I was just hoping that, you know, maybe in this late chapter she would turn into somebody I could hang out with. But nope, sharp as a tack so far. Whew, glad to be here with all of you. I am having a weird week, my friends. I've been fish sitting. Sure. My neighbor came over with her daughter and a blue betta fish swimming around in a little glass bowl. Can I watch it for a week while they're gone? Of course, sure. Then my neighbor came back without her daughter, with an identical betta fish in identical little glass bowl. It's a backup fish that my friend keeps alive in her closet to replace the first fish when it eventually dies. She's afraid her daughter will be sad. I know, where do I start, you know? Okay, first of all, sorry, betta fish are temporary pets. Here for a good time, not a long time, okay? I don't want to say disposable pets, but betta fish are purpose-built to help us teach our progeny when the stakes are low about the circle of life and death and getting flushed down the toilet. Okay, I like you people a lot. I mean, that's a practice funeral. Right there at the toilet. I mean, that's where my boys, I have two sons, that's where they learned how to wear suits and tie a tie. Be respectful, say a prayer, you know? The betta fish were a stand-in for my dad, their grandfather. So I'm grateful. Sorry, that's sad but true. I'm just grateful. You know what? A lot of life lessons happen right there at the toilet. I raised two sons, so, well, the younger one, he is, they're both so talented. The younger one is a Rubik's Cube wizard. He can solve that Rubik's Cube in 11.43 seconds. I know, fast. Cannot solve the puzzle of how to replace a roll of toilet paper. And his older brother, he was a varsity pitcher. I mean, that kid, he can get that baseball right into the strike zone way more often than he can get his pee into the toilet anymore. I don't know what happens. It's this is where I learned about parenting, that potty training boys is a lifelong process. They master it when they are young, and then it goes downhill. And then it eventually devolves into prostate problems, gentlemen. So, ladies like us, we just gotta carry Cheerios around with us in our pockets for the rest of our lives. That's just how it goes. But my neighbor is so afraid of her daughter's grief and emotions that she is willing to carry on a secret closeted life with a secret closeted fish. And I mean, we can't judge other parents or whatever. I just wonder, I'm just curious, what other secrets is she keeping? Does she have a backup husband in a closet? Actually, you know what? No, I know her husband. That's not funny. Never mind. That's a little too dark. That's too... Okay, I'm just saying, maybe... what double agent shit is going on in my neighborhood is what I'm wondering. You know, I mean, like really, this girl, she works high up in IT. She could very easily be a spy. I don't care. I've given up all pretense of privacy, you know? I mean, the font on my phone at my age is so big. I mean, Chinese drones can see it from outer space. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I just think we can't be afraid of our children, especially when they're young. Because eventually, you've heard about it tonight, they turn into teenagers. Yep. Preach. And teenagers are scary. I mean, objectively scary. I mean, like Freddy Krueger. Clown in the sewer, scary. Okay, let me put a point on it. Teenagers are, I am not ready to be a grandmother yet, scary. I am afraid of their hormones. Do you understand? Okay, yes, right. And I think it is much more effective not to be afraid of our kids, but to keep them afraid of us. Yeah, my people, okay. I take my sons every summer back to the country where I was raised because I just think it strikes the right amount of fear in a young man's heart to watch his mother slaughter the chickens. Country people here? Okay. All right, okay. Because, I mean, I murdered a betta fish in the earlier joke, so I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to get canceled. But I'm just saying, you get a lot of yes ma'ams at the dinner table when they understand you are capable of snapping a neck or two. Yeah, we can't be afraid of them. And it happens so fast, doesn't it, the teenagers? I tell people I'm a new mom because the children that I gave birth to all those years ago, well, they're gone. Those young, cute kids that brought us such love and joy and hope, they're gone. It's like they've been replaced in the night. Like something from a medieval fairy tale, just changelings who left the demon in the bed. And they've been replaced by versions of our kids you do, like almost recognizable. Angrier, scarier, more hormonal, just douche baggier versions of my kid. Teenagers are their toddler selves on steroids. Literally. Think about it. It's like the new toddlerhood. It really, everything is like, no, and I do it myself. They fall out of their chairs for no reason at all. And those temper tantrums, you know, it's the same thing. But see, when they're toddlers, it's less scary. When a toddler has a temper tantrum, you can bodily move them into timeout and get down at their level and have a little discourse and hugs and kisses, reset for the day. My sons became high school wrestlers, okay? If I even come near them in the middle of a hormonal adolescent meltdown, they could take me down. Scary. It's pretty much just avoiding their rage and hoping they make contact with an inanimate object, you know? I hate to break it to you younger parents, but you don't really, truly earn your parenting card until somebody punches a hole in the drywall. It might be you, that counts, that does. And off topic, that is how my two sons learned how to patch drywall. And that's a life skill. Yeah, it all works out, doesn't it? Yeah. When a toddler wants to leave the house wearing nothing but a little pink tutu and her cowgirl boots, so cute. When that same human being wants to leave the house, age 17, wearing that same outfit to a concert at Red Rocks, less adorable. Less adorable. And doesn't it feel like it happens overnight? Like, truly, right? It's like one day, the kids are like, oh, Mama, I love the everything of you. And like the next day, Mom, I hate the way you breathe. One day they love you. And family is everything, right? Proud to be part of the family. And I swear it's the next day, they are trying to convince the world they have, in fact, no family at all. Just a couple of lone rangers raised by wolves, wandering the suburban streets, my boys. Yeah. God, one day they're like reading their magic treehouse books under the cover with a flashlight. And the next day, my lingerie catalog comes in the mail. That's right, that's how old I am. My lingerie catalog comes in the mail. But I don't know why, because then it disappears. And I find it next to the toilet in the boys' bathroom. Gross. Again, a life lesson there at the toilet. They are invested, teenagers, in changing personalities every day. It's hard to keep up. So I tell people, I have 2 new people living in my house. I'm a new mom. And I want some of the stuff we give new moms. VIP parking, free massages, people bringing you casseroles all the time. It's been a minute, my friends. I could use a casserole, okay? And baby showers, think about it. We do that for people when they're about to become parents of new babies. How about we do it for parents who are about to become parents of teenagers? People living in their, right, we should do it, right? A teenage shower. If you have a friend whose child is starting to turn on her, if your friend is clutching her Chardonnay in a death grip, you throw that woman a party, okay? She deserves it. And this time she can drink at her own shower. So, better than being pregnant. Yeah. To all of you. Here's the best gift for a teenage shower, okay? Remember the baby monitor? You're gonna dig that out of the basement and you're gonna give that to your friend. Because that kind of surveillance is much more useful to a parent of a teenager, okay? That baby monitor becomes a who's sneaking beer out of the garage fridge monitor. Who's sneaking out the bedroom window monitor. Who's getting fingered in the basement monitor. I know, that's just real. We cannot be afraid to their reality because then we leave them vulnerable, my friends, really. And now is probably a good time for me to say this because I talk a lot of smack about teenagers, but I actually love them. I love my own kids. I love all teenagers. I taught high school. I had to love them. I spent every day with teenagers all day long and their ideas. Had to love them. No, but you know the best thing about young people is that they really are, despite themselves, no matter how goofy and stupid and cynical they get, they are really full of hope, you know? Yeah. Teenagers look into the future and they do not see broken dreams and complicated relationships and student loan debt. They don't see that. They look into the future and they imagine themselves doing great things. Saving the turtles and really changing the world. And I love hanging out with people like that. Isn't that nice? And you know why they have that attitude? Because they're stupid. That's right. Their frontal lobes have not formed. It's not their fault, okay? So what I like to do is I like to spend time with young parents who have, little kids, babies, toddlers, for the innocence of it all. Yeah. But I cannot stand them. They're very weak. Very soft. Oh, we're losing so much sleep, the baby. I mean, sure, you are. It's hard. But you probably have a casserole in your freezer, so... And I don't like like to be a buzzkill, kind of I do, but I guess I'm like my mom. No, I just want to tell these young parents, like, okay, just wait, right? Just wait until that baby drives a car. Yeah, wait until that baby has 44 missing assignments in his trigonometry class. And when you ask him why, baby, why the 44 missing assignments? When he says, I don't know. He's not lying. He doesn't know. They're so stupid. It's not their fault. They don't know what's going on with them, but we do. And here's the thing, we should support each other as parents. It takes a village and all of that, but no, instead of teenage showers, instead of that, my sons, like in middle school, started getting invited to boy-girl sleepover parties. Where were you back then? Because the other parents were cool with it. Oh, the boys will be in a tent in the backyard. Yep, that's right. This is where you understand my superpower and my kryptonite as a parent of teenagers is I was once a very delinquent, very hormonal adolescent myself. So I just go back into my own middle school brain and I think, oh, boy-girl sleepover party? Fantastic. I invented this shit. Oh, and did you say the boys will be in a tent in the backyard? Did you say, okay. I will also find a way to be in the tent in the backyard. My hormones are stronger than anything on the planet, so I will find a way. You cannot stop them. Just wait, young parents, until Mr. 44 missing assignments goes missing. At 2 o'clock in the morning with his girlfriend, Whitney. I love Whitney. I've known her since she was a child. Do you remember the previous joke that the little girl in the tutu and the cowgirl with the red rocks? She's added body glitter to the ensemble. I'm just saying, I love her. She's exactly the kind of girl you want for your son, Like she's full of life and enthusiasm, and she's smart and beautiful, and she hangs with the boys. She spent a lot of time in our backyard when they were growing up. And she would challenge the boys to popsicle eating contests. And she was really good at it. And I would watch Whitney eating that popsicle. And then I would watch my son watching Whitney eating that popsicle. And I would watch Whitney watching my son watch her. And I did it. I know they don't know what's going on. They have no idea. But I have an inkling I kind of do. Do you know? Because it reminded me back when I was in middle school. Like Whitney, I was a very competitive little thing myself, and at the end of season swim team party every year, there was a root beer chugging competition. And no way was I gonna let the boys beat me at that, okay? So every day, all summer long, I would practice. Right in front of the boys. Randy Fair, Joey Zamora, you are going down. I would practice right in front of the boys, just relaxing the muscles of my throat, just... But I mean, it worked. I was the reigning root beer chugging champion of Moses Lake, Washington for 3 years in a row, okay? So yeah, right. Showed those boys. And I didn't understand then, but turns out that's practice for other things later in life. Like chugging beer at an Irish bar on St. Patrick's Day for money. I made my parents so proud. And throating, you get it. Okay, so... My son and Whitney are missing. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I call Whitney's mom in a panic. Seems she's not concerned because, oh, Lisa, my husband has them on the GPS. It says they're in an abandoned parking lot. Maybe it's a big misunderstanding, Lisa. What could they be doing there? What could be open there at 2 in the morning? Really? Whitney's mom? Really? Did you not have the hormones? Did you not? Did you not? What could be open? Let's think about it. Strip bars, 7-Elevens, and your daughter's legs. Wise up, Whitney's mom! We cannot be afraid of our teenagers because they are so scary. Thank you, everybody. I'm Lisa Lane. You've been delightful.